What is up, motherfucker? If you saw my last video, you will know I sadly wasn't able to go into great detail about Kratos' last adventure in the Norse realm. So, today I'm going to go over 5 important things from the last game I wasn't able to discuss previously, and hopefully it'll give you some more insight before my Ragnarok walkthrough video drops on launch day. So, without getting any more time wasted, let's just get right into it. So first on the list, we got Jormungandr. This giant earth dildo, or more commonly known as the World Serpent, is one of the first characters you come across in the game. He spends the entire time in the Lake of Nine surrounding Tyr's temple, which inside contains the Bifrost. You know that thing that Thor uses to get around in the MCU? Yeah, it's the exact same thing except this one wasn't aesthetically designed by a fucking fat. In case you couldn't fucking tell, Jormungandr is a giant. And since the journey requires you to go to the tallest mountain in the realms, which also happens to be in the realm of the giants, he gives you advice throughout the game on how to get there. No one knows where Jorm came from, he just showed up one day. Legend says that when Thor and him fight at Ragnarok, their fight is so powerful that it launches the World Serpent back in time. We laughed this idea off as crazy, but at one point he says he recognizes Atreus, who we go on to learn his real name is actually Loki, and we know that Loki is Jorm's father in Norse mythology, so the idea of time travel existing isn't actually too far-fetched. What's up?
What you working on?
Oh, just that follow-up God of War video.
Oh yeah, I remember you were
Telling me something about that. Well, I don't really gotta tell you anything. We're the same person.
Shut up.
Gargle my ballsack.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
the same.
I know. It's the same one. What part are you at? I was just talking about Jormungandr and time travel. Oh, so you're still at the beginning of the video. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, I would have almost been done by now. That doesn't make any sense. We're the same dude. No. Technically, I'm from the future, so I'm superior to you in every way. You'll understand when you get here. Oh, okay. Since you're so cool, why don't you edit the video then? Oh, that's right. You can't touch anything. You don't exist yet. Man, you're talking an awful lot of shit for a dude within me distance. What are you even saying? There is no distance between us. You're not. Wait. What are you doing? How are you doing that? Stop! No, wait, let go of me. No, you're gonna fuck with the recording. Stop! Nobody stop! Yeah, not so tough now, are you? You like that? Still think I can't do shit? Don't think I can edit a fucking video? You think you're better than me? Finally. Brok and Sindri. These two little shrimp dick fuck nuggets might look like they'd be annoying, but they're actually quite useful. Useful enough that Kratos hasn't felt the need to unalive them and loot their fucking corpses with their infinite fucking loot bags. These dwarven smiths serve the purpose of leveling you up throughout the game. They created Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and your Leviathan axe. The axe was created for Kratos' wife, Faye, originally, but since these two guys were so fond of her, they decided to help upgrade your gear throughout the game in honor of her memory. These two had a broken relationship early on in the game, so you'd find them at separate shops as you travel throughout the realms. By the end though, they resolve their differences and have a joint shop in Tyr's temple right outside the Bifrost. I'm honestly really looking forward to see the role they play in Ragnarok. I hope I'm totally wrong on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of them died for plot or something. That's completely a random theory. But I could definitely see Sindri dying to protect Atreus. Mimir, everyone's favorite. This dude adds a whole new meaning into getting head. This guy is probably the most important person that you come across on your journey. You first find him bound to a tree atop a mountain in Midgard. Odin trapped him there due to the fact he believed he was conspiring with the giants against his rule. Mimir was indeed friendly with the giants, as they granted him a special type of eyesight they only give to their closest allies. When you meet him, you chop off his head and reanimate him, due to the fact his prison was magically enhanced to never be broken. Honestly, just get good. The reason I call him the most important is that this dude is literally the fucking internet if it ever needed to exist back then. He knows all the history, every event, every language that has ever transpired or existed in the entire 9 realms. Sadly, he was also cursed to never speak of things that could directly hurt Odin or his allies. Honestly, Odin is such a fucking pussy. I cannot wait to skull fuck that one-eyed piece of shit cunt. Okay, So the first 3 things were about important characters that had a big impact in the last game, and that I believe will be also carrying that impact over into Ragnarok. These next 2 things are just story points, the first of which is Kratos straight up lying to Atreus his whole life. Kratos' relationship with gods have been... it could have been better. We all have room to improve. From his experience, he believes that the responsibility and power that comes with godhood is a curse. So, to try and spare his son from that curse, he elects to not let him know of his true nature. Now, that might not sound like a bad thing, and sure, Kratos did have good intentions, but in this world, if your mind and your body aren't in alignment, you can get pretty sick. In Atreus' case, he had the worst of this, seeing that he was actually a god but was convinced he was just a mortal. He's sick on and off throughout the game, so Kratos does his best to ignore it, but eventually it just becomes too bad to ignore, so he has to go on a mission to hell and get a troll's heart to temporarily cure his son, because obviously, murder is just the answer to everything in this man's life. Can you just imagine being this troll, doing his one job, perfectly fine, taking care of the souls, and this ashy white live dude just comes sprinting at you for no reason? Like, dude, what the fuck? Sorry, I just need to kill you. My son's sick from me lying to him. Just tell him the truth! Nah. What makes it even funnier is after he took this dude's heart, he ended up telling Atreus the truth 2 seconds later. So that dude ended up dying for no reason at all. The last thing we're going to discuss is a prophecy you learn about Kratos at the end of the game. After you finally make it to the realm of the giants, at the top of the mountain, there's a mural that depicts Kratos and Atreus' entire journey that you experience throughout the game. This is where we learn that Faye was actually a giant, which makes Atreus part human, part god, and part giant. Neat! We're not really sure how they were able to write down our story before it even happened. It could be due to the fact that time flows differently from realm to realm. Maybe they had some sort of oracle telling a prophecy, or maybe they were just good at guessing, we don't know. The important thing is, they've predicted everything perfect so far, and at the end of the mural, we see them predicting Kratos' death, and what appears to be Atreus giving birth to Jormungandr. And honestly, this is kind of concerning, and I'm pretty worried for the next game. Is something I would say if Kratos was not giving a fuck! You think this was the first time Kratos was fated to die? Dude's died twice, and each time he just said, nah, I don't feel like it. The second time, he found fate and killed it. Did you just hear me? He found the people that literally determine how everything happens in everyone's lives and killed them. Then he used their toy to go back in time to stop himself from ever getting killed. You think he gives a shit that a race of dead assholes said he might die? Bitch, that's just another Tuesday for this guy. Dude, I am way too excited for this next game. Honestly, like, the way that the first game was originally, with the story and how you saw Kratos struggling with who he was in the past and who he was trying to become for Atreus. In the lore, it talks about how Kratos would literally ignore Atreus when he was a baby just because he didn't feel like he earned the right to be a father to someone. He always felt like he was going to be a monster. So, like, throughout, in the beginning of the game, you can see the way he's treating Atreus, and he's just calling him boy, 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 boy. But then towards the end of the game, you can actually see him starting to call him son, and calling him by his real name. I thought that the story that this previous game told was absolutely beautiful. I thought the game, the graphics, the gameplay was just absolutely fucking flawless. And the fact that this new game is just going to expand upon that, I just can't get excited enough about it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put a lot of work into this one. I know you guys really enjoyed the last one. This one is a little bit longer, but if you stuck with it to the end, I really appreciate it. I will be releasing it. I've said it a million times. I will be releasing a God of War gameplay video on release day, and I hope that you guys will enjoy watching that. That one will probably be a very long video as well. If you want to see all my other funny content, I have a lot of Rage Quit content on this channel, and I'm going to try to make more of those. I know they're not as popular, but eventually I hope you guys will appreciate them as much as I appreciate them. They're very funny. So you should go ahead and click here. And if you want to see everything else I got on the channel, go ahead and subscribe right here. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time.